Hey, can I speak to Alex, please?
This is Alex.
Alex, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What's up?
No, really?
Yes, it is.
This is kind of crazy, man. I love your show. I'm a long-time listener, a long-time fan.
I've heard that you listen to us, actually. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm a little bit on edge, though. What's up? Why are you calling me, dude?
Well, I'm sure you're probably aware of the second date updates.
Oh, man. Come on, dude.
That's how I know you're a listener, because they said that you listen to our show all the time. You're actually the person that introduced them to our show.
Is it starting to come to you, Alex? Do you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Time out, man. Is she on the line?
Are you talking about Alyssa?
Yeah, is she on the line?
The girl from Florida?
Yeah.
No, she's actually not. She's not on the line. I know you know how the second date updates work. Normally the other person's on the line, but her being in Florida, like we couldn't work out the time change or whatever. But I read the email, and her email floored me. I couldn't believe that you left her in Canada.
Time out, man. No, dude, whatever she wrote, man, it's just not the truth.
Okay, well, what is the truth?
I was catfished. You know what I'm saying?
You were catfished?
Oh, what?
Yeah, man. I was catfished, man. I show up. No, dude. It was not even close.
Okay,
to being the same person.
Who she told us was that, you guys have had an online relationship for a few months, like 6 months. You flew her out here. You said, let's go to Canada for a couple days, and then you guys hooked up, and then you just ditched her and gave her some money for a bus ticket, and were like, hey, I got a family emergency or something.
What was I supposed to do, man?
Really? Okay, so what happened?
It was not the same person, dude. Yeah, I was being cool, man. I'm not going to be a jerk to her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But, those pictures were, of her in high school or something. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, Alex, define not the same person.
Dude, she was heavier. Her face looked different, man. It was just a different, it was just not what I was expecting, man. You know? If you were in the situation, you would have done the exact same thing.
Now, Alex,
really?
I mean, you had to know this was a possibility. Why go to Canada still and do this whole thing if you felt that way?
Well, what was I supposed to do? Just put her back on the plane when I first met her? Literally a minute after I met her, I'd be like, hold on, time out. This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let her know.
No, man.
But you still slept with her, man.
It's kind of like when something's not as advertised on a website. You could just send it back, right?
Yeah. Don't even get to the point where you have to...
You got to try on the clothes, don't you?
No, you don't have to try on the clothes. You realize what? You hooked up with her, regardless of the fact that you feel like you were catfished. You hooked up with her and then just ditched her in Canada.
Yeah.
Hold on, I didn't. No. I didn't ditch her, dude. I left her money for a bus and everything.
You hung out for that entire time, hooked up with her, just hang out for the next 4 days and then blow her off when she leaves town.
No, man. I got things to do, man. I got to go back to Seattle and do what I'm doing there for work, man. You know what I'm saying? I got no time to waste with this.
Alex, why are you going to hook up with her if it was that bad?
Well, listen, man, we went out that night, we partied, and I'm not saying that she looked better because, we were out drinking, but, listen, it's hard to say no. You're a guy, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say no. You want a couple drinks in you? What are you going to, turn it down? No, man. You're
Come on.
Putting it in your face, man. What are you going to do? I'm human.
Alex, I have a confession to make.
Okay, what?
I told you earlier that Alyssa wasn't on the phone because she's in Florida.
Oh, come on, man.
But Alyssa is, of course, on the other line.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wrong, man. Yo, I told you I'm a long-time listener, long-time fan. How are you going to do me like that, man?
Oh, sorry, man.
Alyssa.
Hi, Alex.
Oh, my God.
You are such a piece of Are you kidding me? You're talking about how I looked? Are you seriously going to go there?
This is not fair. No, this is totally not fair. First of all, I'm the one that even told you about this show. And second of all, you lied to me.
You didn't tell me. You turned on the radio.
No, this is totally not even fair.
You want to talk about don't even go there. Don't even go there with me.
You lied to me for 6 months. You lied to me for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I think that I'm a gentleman. What was I supposed to do? I left you money and everything. I'm not trying to hurt you, you know?
You left me in Canada, you
First of all, no. First of all, I got you a plane ticket. You could go back at any time. You had a plane ticket to go there, and I left you money for a bus.
Oh, you do not.
What was I supposed to do?
Did you tell that to your mother? Is that what you do? That's what you do with women?
Hold on. Wait. Why are you talking about my mother? Like, listen, honestly, I think I'm a gentleman, and I think I treated you with respect.
You need to look in the mirror.
No, man, no. This is totally not even fair.
Yeah, man.
So then just tell me, who the hell's in the picture? Who the hell's in the picture? Because it wasn't you.
Yes, it was me.
Yeah,
It was
Alyssa.
you like maybe 5 years ago. It wasn't you today.
Alyssa, did you mislead Alex?
Be honest.
I had my hair. It was a different color.
Really, just the hair?
Yeah, her hair was different. It was 40 pounds different.
Okay, so Alyssa, you didn't knowingly try to catfish Alex, though.
No, I wouldn't try. I'm not going to do that. No. I mean, just stupid.
I don't know what to think, man.
Listen, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I was trying to be a gentleman about it. I'm sorry to leave you there, whatever, but I left you money to get home and everything. You know, but I just didn't want to
you need
hurt
to cut
you.
the gentleman because it's not
Yeah.
working.
Yeah,
okay?
don't use that word.
Everyone
You
pretty
know,
much.
I did the best I could. You know, all you Florida girls are crazy.
Hey, I will agree with you. Florida is a really weird place. But, Alex, do you ever take blame for anything? Because like this whole time, that's not fair.
Well, when I'm in the wrong, yeah, but I was misled, man. I am not in the wrong here. I was misled.
All right. Well, Alex, I would love to ask if you'd go on a second date with Alyssa. And Alyssa, you know what? If you will come out here and go on a second date with Alex, I'll fly you out here.
No way.
Yeah, I want these two to go out again.
No,
Alyssa, I will.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's definitely cool.
Free trip, Alyssa. I'll fly you out here. Send you guys to Vancouver.
No.
And we can do it all over again. What do you think?
That's
Yeah, you can stop.
You can go yourself.
Me or
Whatever.
Alex?
At least somebody's gonna be me, you know. Ain't nobody you.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you know what? Maybe you should pay for him to get the hair transplant because he's kind of losing it a little in the back of his head.
Oh, no.
How old are you again?
Low blows, man.
Whatever. While you're at it, pay for your lipo.
Somehow
my
this
gosh.
second date turned into like a bad your mama joke
No.
fest.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to John, please?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's
I'm all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like he needs to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all
There
right.
it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, you know, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single, and I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it, you know?
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah. Get her while she's vulnerable. Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night, we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, you know, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as, like, you know, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal, like, you know, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying, like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you, too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay.
Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her.
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I don't want to seem like, I don't want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with. Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there. Yeah. Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it than just being like, forget about that guy. Let's do this.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like being at a funeral, just being like, hey, we should get out of this place, shouldn't we?
I like it. Not like being at a funeral. I like when he died.
I like that Jubal is promoting being a gentleman right now.
I know.
And
Right?
Brooke's like,
weird.
do it, kiss him.
You should just jump on her right there.
Come on, that would be,
Get
like,
in the
sweet.
picture.
Wait, are you wanting our help to like make this declaration of love and ask her out on a date?
Yeah, I'd like to do something kind of special, so.
Oh, we should totally do it.
On Valentine's Day.
Nope, we're not going to do it.
Yes, we
Come
are.
on,
We just talked to this guy for 4 minutes to not do it.
Hey.
What do you guys think? All right. Hey, Dylan, we're going to call her right after this. All right, we're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is a special Valentine's Day second date update. I figure we should start that with the most romantic song ever written.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
trust you.
That's right. The beautiful tones of one Justin Bieber is going to get us into this part of the second date update because Dylan wants to call his friend Nikki and ask if he can be her boyfriend.
Don't play this music.
Yeah.
Dylan, how long have you known Nikki?
10 years.
10 years. She recently broke up with a longtime boyfriend. They hung out like in a group of friends the other night at her post-breakup party where everybody got together to make her feel good. Dylan says that they went off into the corner and talked, and she was giving him a vibe. Mm-hmm. And he thinks that she knows that he's into her, too. So he wants us to call her right now and sort of break the news that he wants to date her.
It's been 10 years, and this is the first time I'm saying this, so I'm a little nervous about it.
Cool. I wouldn't worry about it because it usually doesn't complicate things. So, okay.
You felt this way for longer than just the other night, right?
She's always been on my radar, and I have just realized in the last, year and a half that she's somebody who I could really see being with.
Yeah.
And now is the perfect timing.
God, I hope it works out. Please
She's
work it
battered
out.
and broken.
And it's a really low-key, not stressful day.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Not on Valentine's Day. This is, everything's aligning for you right now.
Yeah, and on the radio.
Dylan. Okay. Here we go. You ready to call her?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go.
Good luck, Dylan.
I'm excited.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is Nikki.
Nikki, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the radio.
Yes. I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you for a second about a friend of yours named Dylan. You know Dylan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Dylan has been a friend of yours for how long? Like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been friends for a long time. Dylan recently told us that you went through a breakup. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. This is very personal.
He didn't tell us, that's all he said. He didn't give us any of the details. If you want to give me some of the details, I'll listen. But
That's not why we're calling.
he just said that you recently went through a breakup, and he ended up hanging out with you and a bunch of friends the other night. And he said that when you guys were out the other night talking, you were saying how you wanted a boyfriend who was also a good friend and everything else. And he felt like you were giving him signals like you might be interested too. So Dylan wanted us to call you and ask if you would be interested in going out with him.
Dylan wants to take me on a date, like a romantic date.
Yes, the most romantic date ever.
Oh my God, tonight?
I don't know when. He just said he wants to take out, but tonight would be perfect. It is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Dylan?
He's a great guy.
Sounds
That sounded like you just sort of slugged him on the shoulder, like, you're a nice buddy.
You're nice.
Yeah, he's like my brother.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't want to hear
Whoa. I am like your brother? Come on, Nikki.
Dylan?
Yeah, Nikki, that's Dylan. He was on the other line listening. Sorry about that.
Oh, my God.
I'm a little confused because the other night when we were sitting outside and you were talking about you want to date somebody who's a friend, maybe I'm completely wrong, but Nikki, I think you were giving me all the signals to say, like, go for it. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I am so sorry. That is not what I was intending for it to be, like, at all.
So you literally think of Dylan as a brother and not in sexual way or any sort of attractive way at all?
Oh.
No, not at all. And furthermore...
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Yeah.
There's only you.
It is Valentine's Day, right?
I love love.
Special Valentine's Day second date update.
Oh, I feel like there's so much extra pressure on this one.
Hopefully it ends very poorly.
No,
That would make
no.
my Valentine's Day wonderful. We're about to talk to Dylan right now. Dylan emailed us about a girl named Nikki. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like he needs to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Jubal.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all
There
right.
it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, you know, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single, and I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it, you know?
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah. Get her while she's vulnerable.
Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night, we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, you know, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as, like, you know, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal, like, you know, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying, like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you, too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay.
Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her. You know,
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I didn't want to seem like,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't
Yeah.
want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with.
Hey.
Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there. Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it than just being like,
Hello?
Hi, is this Jenica?
This is she.
Hey, Jenica, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Hey, Jenica.
You're obviously familiar with the show.
No.
No, you're not. It sounded like you were.
Sounded like we were all friends.
Yeah, no, I don't know who you people are.
Oh, okay. So
Well, you're just an easy one to please,
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah.
anytime you get a call from somebody you don't recognize, you kind of laugh and are like, "Oh, hey, you! Thanks for calling."
I bet it's genius. That's got to throw telemarketers off.
All right. Well, Jenica, it's a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So a dude named Brett emailed in about you.
Oh, okay.
You got a few minutes to tell us about your date with Brett and maybe why you don't want to call him back?
Oh God, this is weird. Okay, I just didn't like him. I don't know what his deal was. Just not interested.
Is there a reason, though? Did he do something strange?
I mean, this is strange. I mean, everything about this and the date was a little strange.
Was it awkward right from the beginning, or did he work into awkward for you?
It wasn't awkward at the beginning, but what was weird was that he got up to go to the bathroom, and he was in there for like 10 minutes. So that was a little weird, and I kept looking over at the bathroom to see, when he was going to come back. And when he finally came out of the bathroom, I noticed that he came out of the women's room. Yeah, and so...
Wait, was it like one of those restaurants where they're like trying to be cutesy and they're naming the women's and men's like different things? And
No, it's definitely labeled men and women.
Oh,
definitely.
okay,
Yeah,
straightforward.
no, nothing kitschy, no.
Okay.
Did he address why he was using the ladies' room instead of the men's room?
No, he didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything. I figured probably was an accident. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then, like 10 minutes later, he excused himself to go to the bathroom again, and I was like, okay. So I watched him go to see which bathroom he went in, and he looked around all shadily, and then went in the women's room again.
Whoa!
Really?
Wow.
Like a
Yeah.
double women's room visit. So that doesn't mean it was an accident.
Yeah, and the fact that he was kind of sketchily looking around before he went into the women's room made it extra creepy.
But is it creepy? Or, was it a single stall or are we talking a multi-stall bathroom? Because if it's a single stall, I don't know that it's creepy.
Oh, it was a multi-stall bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
That is weird.
I'm shocked that nobody walked in on him and caught him in there. He's either lucky or unfortunate. I don't know, depending on what he was going for.
That's a very good point, Jenica.
We talked to him about your date, and he didn't mention that.
So I was texting my friend about it, being like, oh my God, this guy that I'm on a date with just went in the women's room twice. And while I was mid-texting her, he had come back, and he scared me. He grabbed me and was like, it's me! Surprise!
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a fun date to me.
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah. So, I don't know. He was just giving me, serial killer vibes. I don't know.
Okay.
Who goes in the women's room and then comes out and scares her date? That's super weird.
Well,
He did tell us that, you hugged him at the end, though.
Well, I mean, he paid for dinner. I felt like it was the least I could do.
yeah, and you just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. So it's like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I'll hug you real quick, and then I'll never talk to you again.
Yeah, if you guys had talked to him, I don't know. I'd proceed with caution because
Yeah.
he seems like kind of a creep.
Well, we did talk to him, and also he's listening on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Jenica.
Oh, my God.
Jenica, I know it sounds weird, but I can totally explain this.
Okay, really? Tell me.
It's actually not a weird thing. I know, several other people who do this.
See, I don't know anybody who does that, and there are plenty of males in my life. I feel like somebody would have said this along the way. I don't know how you know hordes of people that do this.
Not to mention, Jenica, you're a woman, I'm a woman, and I've never run into men in our restroom.
Right.
Well, let me just be clear. I always make sure to look to make sure that, there's not anyone in the restroom, and that's why I was looking around, because if there was, I would have definitely not used the women's restroom.
Okay.
Yeah, but how do you stop someone from walking in?
Exactly.
Well, if someone would have walked in, I would have left immediately.
Well, that can really ruin things when you're going to the bathroom. Why do you do this, Brett?
Women's restrooms are so much nicer than men's restrooms. They smell better. They are often bigger. Sometimes there's a couch in there.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, but if you're a dude hanging out on the women's bathroom couch, that's not good.
No. I'm not hanging out. I'm just trying to paint you a picture of how nice they are in comparison to the hellhole that is the men's room, where it's cleaned, twice a year, and there's like pee everywhere and they stink.
So shouldn't your mission be
I
to
really
like
recommend, no, but seriously, I really recommend like guys out there to try this out. Because
stay away from our bathrooms, Brett? And here's the thing: make your mission like, I don't know, banding together with your bros to make your own restroom cleaner.
You know what? I just think he's making this up. I think that I caught him doing something weird, and he's just making up this whole thing to make it seem like it's normal that he uses the women's dress room.
No. I'm not making this up. This is something that I do, and I don't think it's that weird. I bet you know people in your life who do this too, and there's so much shame around it. Clearly.
So much shame about using the wrong bathroom.
This is just getting weirder and weirder.
Okay, but Jenica, look, I'm not some creep who just like hangs out inside of women's restrooms. I'm a normal guy who uses them on occasion, and that's what I was doing that evening. And I'm sorry you got the wrong impression, but I thought we had a really good time and really good conversation, and I would love to get the chance to see you again.
Maybe I could look past the women's restroom thing, but then you came out and scared me, and I was like, this was just extra super weird.
Okay, I can explain that too.
Oh, a lot of
like,
explaining.
Be angry at this blog that I read that told me to do that. Don't be mad at me. I mean, be angry at the internet. Don't be mad at me.
Wait. You read a blog that told you to scare your date?
No. It said that initiating physical contact on the first date is a good step.
Oh my God.
And so
yeah, but like you do that naturally, not by scaring someone. Like we're not 12. It's Halloween.
I know that now, and it's easier said than done. Like to be natural. I mean, I wanted to like maybe touch your hands when they were on the table, or like maybe like just touch feet under the table or something. But like I was worried about that those would be too creepy. So like it's not easy to be a guy dating nowadays.
Yeah, it's really difficult, when you're using women's restrooms and trying to touch your date in weird ways.
This is way harder for Jenica. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like date 2, he's going to be like sniffing my hair and collecting it and making a hair doll or something.
Yeah.
No, that is so unfair. I would totally not do that. I mean, unless a blog told me that, and then I would probably try it. But, I mean,
oh my God.
That was a joke.
Okay, I was just trying to joke about the situation,
Bad
Jenica.
timing.
Jenica, would you like to go out with Brett on a second date? We will pay for it.
Listen, I don't want to leave the second date in a body bag. Like, I don't think this is a good idea. My girl dar is saying no, unsafe situation. I'm all set.
Yeah, good job, Jenica.
Brett, I'm sorry that you didn't get a second date. Did you at least learn anything from this?
Yeah, I did learn something. Next time when I go on a date, I'm going to have to use the women's restroom at the restaurant next door.
No, stay out of
right.
our bathroom, Brett.
Hello?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. You ever heard of the show before?
The show?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. So I'm going to take that as a no, you haven't heard. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't, sorry.
That's okay. No need to apologize. I'm calling you today because we got an email about you.
Can you explain more?
I'd love to. We got an email about you from a girl named Edie.
Okay.
What?
Well, what did you want?
Well,
Wait, I'm so confused.
She wants to know why you left your date and haven't called her.
I'm sorry. So she reached out to you, or I don't get it.
She emailed us.
She's like legit concerned for your safety, man. And I was too. Like, she described how you left, and it sounds like something horrible happened in your life.
Look, I'm fine, first off.
Okay, that's good.
Can you guys just tell her that my grandpa was ill or something? I don't know. Whatever sounds most realistic.
You want us to
Well, I'm not going to
lie?
lie to her.
Is he not sick?
Why not?
You don't lie
Because
about
I don't want to lie to her.
Okay, well, you could say my grandma. It doesn't matter. Just like whatever you guys need to say.
Alan!
I'm not going to say anybody's sick. Like, we just...
Okay, don't say sick. Say they're injured. Or they wanted to spend time with me. I don't know.
Was a date with Edie so bad that you can't even tell us what happened?
It's just not what I thought it would be.
What? I don't understand. Like, you asked this girl out, she told us. You obviously were attracted to her. She sounds super awesome. Like, I wanted to hang out with her after we talked to her. She sounded really nice.
Well, if she's trying so hard to find me, it sounds like she's available, so maybe you can hang out with her?
What?
Oh, ouch!
I'm not trying to date her, man. I'm just trying to help her out.
Guys, I don't know what you want from me.
Well, just a little bit of the truth so that we can tell Edie.
I don't think that would be good at all. I don't think she wants the truth.
Yes, of course she wants the truth. Put yourself in her shoes. Like, she has a date that leaves, like, halfway through the date.
Yeah, but I really don't think that she's going to like this.
What happened?
Well,
Why?
she's prepared for that. We've told her that she might hear something she doesn't like. So it'd be better to at least tell her so that she knows for future dates, so she doesn't do the same thing.
Why don't you just tell her this? Just tell her that it's all me. It's my fault. It's nothing to do with her.
Okay.
So you just want to tell her it's me, not you.
Lame.
That still doesn't help give her any information about what she can do different. Think of it as paying it forward, Alan.
Okay, look, I don't know what she told you, but I'm a huge Darth Vader fan.
Okay.
Like, I've read everything. I've searched the internet for fan fiction. On nights when I'm not doing anything, I will go through and watch every scene that he is in from every movie.
Wow.
Okay,
Whoa.
so that's crazy, but she obviously likes that stuff because she was at Comic-Con and she met you in your Darth Vader costume. Like, none of that would be surprising to her.
Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all are familiar with The Phantom Menace.
No.
Not really. I mean, I know what it is, but, I don't have a lot of Star Wars knowledge.
Right, I figured. So here's the thing. That's when Darth Vader meets Princess Amidala, who's played by Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah, she's a hottie.
Yeah, absolutely she is a hottie.
Yeah.
Okay, what does this have to do with your date, though?
So here's the thing. Darth Vader and Princess Amidala end up getting together.
Uh-huh.
And they get married, and they have children who end up being Luke and Leia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That is what I want with my life. I want to find my Princess Amidala.
Okay.
And so I was at Comic-Con, and I saw Edie, and she was dressed up, and she had all this, great white makeup on. And when I saw her, I, had this revelation. And I was like, that's her. That's my Princess Amidala.
So she was dressed up as Harley Quinn, but you thought that she should be Princess Amidala or whatever.
Well, yes, it's just the way that she was dressed up made her look like Princess Amidala. They're very similar. They have white makeup on. They're, they're really done up. They're very regal. They're very, curvy.
Oh, so
it was like a vision come to life.
Okay.
Okay.
So then when I was at coffee with her, she showed up, and she didn't look like Princess Amidala.
Right.
She just looked like a normal person.
Because she wasn't in costume anymore.
So did you, right?
Well, yeah, but I thought that, maybe that she would still radiate that presence even when she just was in street clothes. But she didn't.
Okay, so she was a normal person and not a character out of a sci-fi movie, and you didn't like that.
Look, I know you guys don't get it, okay, but this means a lot to me, and she wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah, but even if she wasn't what you were looking for, how rude to just leave someone in the middle of the date and make them, one, worry about you, and two, feel like crap, man.
Well, I made it seem like I had a legitimate excuse. I texted all my friends, and I told them to call me, so that way,
No, it's just coffee. Finish up coffee. It's not that painful because she doesn't look like some princess.
Yeah, but I can't tell her that. I can't tell her, sorry, you don't look like a princess anymore.
Yeah, because
that's mean.
Stupid.
Unfortunately, you kind of just did, Alan, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
I don't look like a princess? Are you serious?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing? I'm listening.
She's been on the phone listening because she wanted to find out why you left the date and didn't talk to her anymore.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't look like a princess. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm a normal person when I'm not at costume play. I don't live in white makeup. What did you expect?
Yeah, it's weird.
What did you expect? I didn't respond anymore. Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this? Your heart is colder than hot. You are terrible.
I think that was a burn. I don't understand it, but good for you, Edie. Get him.
Thanks. It was a decent burn. No, you are ridiculous. You're sad I don't look like Amidala. I'm upset you don't look like Captain America with his shirt off. Jeez.
You don't know what I look like with my shirt off. Sorry, I know exactly what I want, and that's what I'm going for. Okay?
You could have told me, but instead you ran away like an Ewok being chased by Jabba the Hutt.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Jabba the Hutt doesn't move. He just stays in one place.
I don't even know what this argument's
we don't want to
over
get
now.
way too into the weeds with that stuff right now. That's for a different time. Maybe at a Comic-Con.
I'm confused, Alan. I mean, so are you wanting a girl to remain in costume at all times? I don't get it.
Look, she doesn't have to be in costume the whole time, but when I'm with her, I want to feel like I am in the presence of Amidala. Okay? I want to have Luke and Leia's. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I guess you can't argue with that.
Or can you? I don't really understand it still. Edie, can you argue with that?
No, not going to argue with that. I'm done. Thanks.
Okay.
Well, hey, don't be done yet, Edie. I still have to ask Alan if he'll go on a date with you. Alan, would you like to go on a second date with Edie? We'll pay for it.
I'm sorry. I can't waste time with someone who isn't my soulmate.
Stupid. Dude, you're not living in reality, but okay, man.
A little out of touch.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You're looking for a woman who looks like Natalie Portman, dresses like she's the princess of Naboo, and you won't settle for a regular human?
I knew you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And it's okay. The force just wasn't strong with us.
Well, okay, Alan, good luck finding your princess. What was it again? Princess, what's her name?
Amidala.
I apologize for disrespecting your future wife. Princess Amidala. And Edie, good luck finding whoever you're looking for.
Normal people. People not from Comic-Con. Thanks.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Kara, please?
This is Kara.
Hey, Kara, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. From Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, it's weird she would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to...
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so...
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all this? Just to, hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually, date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was, I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it, but...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you, too. At the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Whoa. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call, so...
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of cool.
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I just, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But, Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on the second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tanya, please?
This is?
Hey, Tanya, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Hi, may I speak to Carla, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Carla, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Sorry, what did you say?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And we recently got an email from one of our listeners about you.
Me?
Yeah.
That's you, Carla.
Why?
That's a good question. Well, because you recently went out on a date with him, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. His name is Trevor.
He emailed you to call me.
Correct, because he says that you won't return any of his text messages or phone calls.
Oh, my God. You're laughing?
Okay.
Why? Why would he? I didn't respond. I think that should be a hint enough.
Yeah,
I know, he's-
usually it should be. You're right, but we do this a lot on our show, and some people just want an answer. So he just wants to know why you're laughing and why you think this is so funny, basically.
Did he tell you about what all happened
on your date?
Yeah.
Well, he told us a little bit about your date. He said there was a moment where he felt like he might have offended you.
How did he say he offended me?
He said that you guys were talking at one point, and he commented on your shoulders and said they were very broad, and you looked like you were an Olympian or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of weird.
You don't sound offended, though.
No, I mean, I used to swim. I swam in college. I know I have broad shoulders.
Oh, so he's actually spot on. Wow. It was like an accurate observation.
Yeah, but it's kind of a weird thing to point out on a date, especially on a first date,
Yeah.
It's not usually the compliment women are looking for.
No, usually almost anything but that.
Yeah. The eyes, the hair, all kinds of things to choose from rather than focusing on how big your shoulders are.
It's not even just how big my shoulders are. It's that they're Olympic sized.
But you could understand that he was nervous and he didn't mean any harm by it.
I get that. I really just wanted to move on after that comment.
Yeah,
that's
understandable.
What else did he tell you about our date?
He told us that was the main thing. He did say at the end of it, you kind of ran to your car.
No, he said a light jog.
Yeah, he said. I'm sorry. He said that you walked outside. You didn't really say goodbye to him. No hug, no handshake, no nothing, and you kind of went from a fast walk to a light jog to your car.
I absolutely did. I could get the vibe that he thought it was going a lot better than I liked, and so I didn't want to have to turn him down if he went in for a kiss or a hug or anything like that. So I just turned and walked away.
I just got to get out of here because I don't want to have the awkward situation of telling him no.
And I'm guessing it wasn't just the broad shoulders comment that made you go to a light jog to your car.
No, it wasn't. It was, oh my God. So we're sitting, we're chatting, dinner. He's kind of a weird dude.
Okay.
And then, so we start talking about our pets. I have a cat. And I pulled out a couple photos. I've shown up the cat's real cute. And he starts pulling out his phone and showing me pictures of his bird, his parakeet.
Oh. Okay.
And it's a lot of them.
Okay.
All right, so he loves this little parakeet.
Well, it's not just love. It's more like an obsession.
Okay.
All
right.
Was it every photo on his phone was his parakeet?
Almost every photo.
Really? All right.
Oh, that could just mean that he's lonely too.
Sure, he likes animals, right?
Well, he's got all these photos, and the bird has an Instagram page.
What?
And he's got a Facebook page.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow. Okay. So
It's a lot.
So he loves this bird so much that you didn't feel like you wanted to get to know him anymore.
I just felt like you probably don't have any time for anything else in your life.
Whoa, hey, okay, I take offense to that.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's Trevor. I forgot to tell you that, Carla. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hello.
Oh, my God.
First of all, his name is Steven Squawking, and he's pretty popular on Instagram and Facebook, but that's beside the point.
Really?
I just brought up Steven because I thought you were interested. I like you. I was sharing that with you because I wanted to share part of my life with you. I didn't think you would knock me down and literally run away.
First of all, I didn't run. I just walked away quickly, and your obsession with your bird is a bit much.
Well, my obsession could actually get us rich if he gets enough followers. So,
how many followers does Steven have?
He has 1,000 followers on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Whoa, all right. So you're building a business with your bird, Steven Squawking.
That is exactly right. He is my best friend and my business partner.
Carla, it's kind of cute in a way, right? He just loves his pet.
A couple pictures is cute, but he took the parakeet and got professional glamour shots.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, he took the parakeet to a studio. They had someone light it, put it in outfits, and take photos and edit and tone them of a parakeet.
What is wrong with that? I care about him. He's my pet. I love Steven. I love him, and I can take whatever pictures I want of him.
You know what, Trevor? I really think you need to get a life. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but you're going a little overboard with this.
Get a life? I have a life. Steven squawking is my life.
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
And you guys, that's why I didn't call him back.
Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense
All right,
after that lesson.
Well, Carla, I'm hoping I can change your mind because I would like you to go out on a second date with Trevor. Will you go out with Trevor one more time? We will pay for it.
Are you kidding me? I just told you he took glamour shots of his parakeet. I'm not going out with him again.
Huh. That's fine. I don't even want to go on a date with a bird hater.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're both in agreement then. You guys don't want to go out with each other.
No way.
Okay.
That's so much hate over
Well,
a bird.
Yeah, I mean, poor Steven in this deal. I wish we could talk to him and get his side of the story, but we can't. I don't think he can talk to us about it.
He's not available for interviews right now, but if you check his Instagram, he's going on tour soon.
Okay. I'll be sure to DM Steven Squawking and see if I can set it up.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, it's Daniel there. And this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Really?
Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing?
You mean the guy on the radio?
Yeah, that guy. How are you?
I'm all right.
Have you ever heard the second date update before?
Nah.
Okay, perfect. Well, you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed us to get a hold of you to find out why you're not calling them back.
Okay.
Her name is Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah, do you remember meeting Maggie out at a bar a little while ago?
Maggie. Oh, Maggie. The energetic girl.
Yeah, you know what? We talked to her a little bit, and that would be a good way to describe her. Very energetic. So you remember meeting Maggie, right?
Yeah, I remember meeting Maggie.
All right, well, Maggie emailed us because apparently you guys were texting back and forth, and then you sort of just dropped off the face of the earth, so she's wondering why you stopped texting her.
Yeah. It's not a good fit.
It's not a good fit?
Nah.
Okay, what's not a good fit about it?
You know, it just wasn't a good vibe.
That's it? You guys just didn't click?
Yeah, I mean, she just said some dumb that pissed me off.
We talked to her a little bit about your date, right? And she was saying that at one point you pointed out to her that she said the word ghetto a lot. Like she used it to describe things like, ew, this is ghetto.
Like all the time.
Okay.
Like, that pigeon is ghetto. Like, it's a pigeon. And then, like, at least 3 or 5 times she kept calling me a badass.
She called you
a badass?
Yeah, like, it got kind of weird after a while. At first, you know, everybody wants to be a badass, but then by, like, the 3rd time, you're like, all right, I get it.
How did she do that? That's confusing to me. Like, you guys are just talking, she's like, oh my God, you're such a badass.
I mean, yeah, basically.
That's weird.
You didn't do anything to, like, promote her saying that about your behavior or something?
No, I mean, not that I was aware of. You know, I wasn't, like, flipping over tables or nothing.
So, she said it like a compliment, though, right?
I mean, the way that she put it, it seemed like she was, like, getting off from it.
Oh, really? Like, oh, you're a bad boy.
Yeah, like it was a huge turn on or something. And then there was this part towards the end of the night, and she was like, you know who would absolutely hate you?
Whoa.
Who would hate you?
Yeah, she actually said that.
Well, who would hate you?
Yeah, that's...
You sound like a nice guy to me, man. I'm having a great time talking to you. I don't know who would hate you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, she said, you know who would absolutely hate you? She said her father.
Wow. So she said, if I bring you home to my parents, my dad's going to hate you.
Yeah, but she had like this big smile the whole time.
Oh my God.
Did it feel like she wants to piss her dad off or something?
I mean, I don't know, but the whole time I'm just thinking, like, I don't want to be involved in any drama or any family issues. But the whole time she was like, yeah, my dad would totally hate me being you.
I just want to piss my family off so bad.
So bad.
So did it feel like she was talking to you, not because she actually liked you, just because she thought you were a badass who, for some reason, could make her parents angry?
I mean, I think she liked the idea of me pissing off her parents.
Well, you know what, Jay? You know what's funny is she's actually on the other line listening right now.
Wait, what?
She's actually on the other line listening. Maggie, say hi to Jay.
No way.
Holy Jay. Oh my God. The stuff that I said about my parents, all that stuff, I didn't mean it like I was bringing you home like on purpose. I wasn't going to bring you home to make someone mad, or I wasn't going to actually do it. I was just thinking in my head that they would freak out and be like, this is different than your other boyfriends. But I'm not actually actively going to do it. I'm not using you to bring home to make people mad.
Did you just say that you wouldn't actually do that and then say, but they would actually do that?
I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll say it again. You're a badass. My parents wouldn't like me bringing home a badass. But it's true. I don't know what you want me to say.
It's just kind of weird how you obsess over me being a badass and how I would piss off your parents, and then that's a good thing.
Okay, well, I didn't mean it the way that it's obviously coming off to you. I really and truly didn't. I didn't. That's not what wasn't my intention.
This is exactly what you said. You said, my dad would absolutely hate you. How else is that to be interpreted?
I didn't mean that he was going to hate you, like, in a bad way, like, actually hate you. I meant he would, like, hate you, like, in a fun way. Like,
in a fun way?
What? Yeah.
Look, you just don't get it.
It would just be funny to see my dad's face, because, like, I would, like, stress him. Like, it would just be funny. Like, we don't even have to, like, go out. Like, just to see his face would be funny.
Wait, you just want to use him as, like, your prop?
Wow.
No.
I'm not following this girl, and for the life of me, she doesn't take a breath when she speaks.
Well, that's a perfect timing then. Jay, I would love to ask if you'll go out on a second date with Maggie. We will pay for it.
You'll pay for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to go out with her again?
I'm going to still have to go with no.
No?
Yeah, I think that's a smart
Even
choice,
if it's
Jay.
just like to meet her dad one time just to see if you can piss him off?
I don't want to meet her dad, her mom, her uncle, her granddad. I'm not trying to meet any part of the family.
He should just be going on a date with her dad, if anything.
I mean, okay, that's fine. I mean, obviously you don't understand my humor, and you don't understand what I was saying. So it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It wasn't going to work, obviously.
Obviously.
Maggie, don't worry. I'm sure there's a ton of other guys out there that can piss your dad off.
Well, if you have any friends, let me know.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to David, please?
This is him.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is
Hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you for your email. Appreciate it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Ray, the guy that you want to call today?
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm nervous, but I'm glad to, I don't know, I appreciate it. Okay, so, I met him at the gym. I just saw him, like, on an elliptical machine, and I kind of couldn't take my eyes off him, but I had to try hard too, so he didn't notice. And I actually timed my walk to the water fountain in a way as he was wrapping up,
Nice move, Mary.
So you waited till he was walking to the water fountain, then you jumped on his back and you said, "Hey, my name's Mary."
Yeah, I wanted to.
Was that the first time you had ever seen him before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of timed it, and my timing was certainly on my side because our eyes just locked, and he said, "Hey," and I said, "Oh, hi," like real casual, like I had never noticed him. And we just talked, and it was instant that we had a connection. Joking was really easy, lighthearted, and everything just kind of fell into place. So he suggested we get some sushi the next night, and I said, sure.
So your email said that you think that he's too good to be true. Why is that?
Oh my God, he is too good to be true. Well, he has a great smile. Like that was the first thing that I noticed. Okay, and I thought, but that's a smile, right? But everything else is in place. He's never been divorced. He doesn't speak badly about women or his mom. He, great job. I'm so used to guys where I have to pay the bill, and I don't mind sharing, but like they're never on top of it financially. He works in finance. He's stable. He's a gentleman. He pulls a chair out for me. He's polite.
That's it.
What kind of guys do you normally go out with, Mary?
Musicians and guys who are really interesting, but nothing against musicians. I don't mean that, but they're just like people who are, even if they say they work in finance, they're not stable. They're still living at home, or I don't know. They never have enough money.
The way that you described everything about him that's good, though, I just picture you out with like guys who have no job that are just like, chicks, right? Aren't they stupid? Hey, pay the bill. I'm so angry about women right now.
Well, maybe you don't know what it's like being a woman, but the thing is, when you start dating guys, like, like maybe they've been divorced and they've been so hurt that they can't trust women again, or, this comes out. And this guy just didn't have any, he's too good. That's what I mean. He's too good to be true. There are no issues.
How did the date go?
It went great. It was easy again, just talking.
Awesome.
It just seemed comfortable. And, he leaned towards me and, he complimented my dress and how I looked. And he saw me in the gym. I was sweatier. And, I was dressed up more for a date. And he kissed me on the cheek, which is fine because it's the first date. I don't mind that it's not on the lips. I wouldn't have minded if it was, but I don't mind that it wasn't. But it's 5 days later, and there's nothing. And I know he mentioned, I think he did say he was dating other people right now. So something came up, and he's such a perfect guy that, of course, I know he's going to be dating other guys. We're not in a relationship. I get it. I'm saying, don't worry.
Oh my gosh, you are a lot right now.
Yeah,
you can slow down a little bit.
Whoa.
Why hasn't I just thought it worked so well. I thought maybe by the third day I'd get a text about getting together another week,
And I apologize if I didn't hear this. You said a lot of words very quickly, and I may have missed it. How long has it been since you heard from this guy?
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, 5 days.
And have you seen him at the gym?
No. Ask me if I've gone every day. Yes.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
Why do you think he's not calling you back then, if the date went so well?
I mean, either it's some horrible thing about myself I don't know, or I'm just in the rotation of all the girls he can go out with, and when it's my turn, after the 10th girl, check in again, because I think he's probably very popular.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's so good.
Yeah, he's not going to ever want for a date, ever.
Okay. Sounds like you're in love. Are you in love, Mary?
I'm in great like. Put
Great
it that way.
like.
I have a
Great
crush.
like.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Mary is on the phone. Today, she wants to call a guy named Ray. They met at the gym, and according to her, she thinks that he's too good to be true. He's everything that she's ever wanted in a man. But it's been 5 days since she texted him, and he has not responded. So we're about to call him, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not getting back to Mary. Mary, I do have a question for you, and I don't want you to be offended by this, but you sound a little obsessed with Ray. Okay?
Oh, really?
It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just want to know, like, on a scale of you want to wear his shirt to sleep at night so you can get his scent to I want to wear his skin every day for the rest of my life. Where do you fall in between that scale on obsession?
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay, good. That's okay.
He's a great guy. You don't find him very often. I'm going to tell you the truth.
I think it's perfectly fine to be excited about this guy.
Huge crush.
I know. And I assume you've done extensive Google searching on him as well.
As much as possible. We have to do that today. It's normal.
You didn't find anything weird, though, right?
No, nothing.
Of course not. He's the perfect man. She Googled his name and a picture of James Bond showed up. That's how perfect of a man he is. All right, well, I'm about to dial the phone number and get him on the phone and find out why he's not responding to you, okay?
Oh, God, thank you. I'm so nervous, but thank you. Thank you.
Well, just relax.
Appreciate your help.
We'll get him on the phone. We'll do this for you.
So cute.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're sorry.
Obviously, he's not perfect.
Oh, my gosh, did he disconnect his number because I texted him?
No, I don't. I think I probably dialed the wrong number. Let me try again, okay?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I hope that he didn't, like, cancel his phone because of you texting him.
Oh no.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. I think you're okay. Let me just, it's probably my fault. I misdial numbers all the time.
I hope.
There we go.
Hello?
Hey, I was looking for Ray.
Yeah, this is him. Who is this?
Hey, Ray, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, what is this in regard to?
It's in regards to a date that you recently went on.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for any date thing or anything like that.
I know you didn't, Ray. I host a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they asked us to call you.
Okay, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific because I go out with a lot of women.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Her name is Mary, and you met her at the gym.
Oh, okay. I remember Mary.
She says that she's tried to reach out to you since your date, but you haven't responded, so she's wondering if she did something wrong. I know it's a weird phone call. It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. If you don't call somebody back after a date and they have a question as to why, they'll email us so we can get you on the phone and ask. So we're asking on Mary's behalf if she did something wrong on your date.
I mean, Mary's a nice girl and everything. I just, when you like meet somebody and you just feel like you're out of their league a little bit.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Ray. It happens to me all the time. Ouch. So, are you saying you don't feel like Mary's in your league or playing on your level?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it was the way, she was looking at me and the way she was talking to me. I felt like I was doing her a favor by going out with her.
Whoa, dude!
Did you feel
that's
this
a lot
way?
to say.
Did you feel this way before you went out with her, or this happened like you realized that while you were out with her?
We were at the gym. I got like this kind of desperate feel, and I was like, she's one of those girls I know I can sleep with if we went out again.
Yep.
So it's like,
Why do you think that you can sleep with her? Because she was excited to go out with you?
well, I mean, I don't really have a hard time finding women. Usually they just kind of come to me, and if the schedule permits, then
Okay.
hang out.
So would you qualify your date with Mary as a pity date?
Yeah, I feel like that's a little harsh. I mean, sometimes you just gotta slum it. You know what I mean?
You gotta slum
You just said that?
Isn't that worse?
Every once in a while, you gotta give back to charities.
Dude, come
Wow.
on. Why would you even go out with her to begin with? I mean, I don't think you're doing someone a favor by considering them less than you.
I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to be mean. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just that I'm being honest. I feel like kind of doing her a favor, and I thought, why not? I got nothing else to do. I might as well. And,
All right. I appreciate your honesty a lot, Ray.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find people that'll just be blunt about that kind of stuff. Normally, people always are like, well, I don't know. We just didn't have good chemistry.
I think you're an egomaniac who's completely rude.
I mean, if you're Jennifer Lawrence, you're not going to go out with some guy that manages a Subway. Like, that's not going to happen. You're going to find someone that's on equal footing with you. And I felt like she's a few steps below me.
Okay. Like I said, thanks for your honesty, man. I also have to be honest with you now and let you know that Mary is actually on the phone listening to this.
She is?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Listen, Mary, I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything.
I know. I understand completely. I get it.
Mary.
Did you not? As smart as you, and you are a rare catch, and you just know it.
Mary, did you hear what he was just saying about you? Did you hear what he was just saying about you?
But I don't mind because I can try to be better. I'd rather know, and then I have a goal. I'd rather know that, and then I could try to be better.
No, Mary, you love yourself for who you are, and you have some self-confidence and some self-worth.
No, I know about loving myself for who I am right now, but we can still always want to improve and hope to improve. And otherwise, what's the point? If we're not going to try to get better.
But what did he
I
say
worked
that was
out.
constructive? He just slammed you.
I didn't take it that way. I mean, he's kind of right. He has high standards, and like I said, I told you guys, he's an amazing guy. He's rare, and Ray, it was an honor to have dinner with you. If you guys talk to him more, you'll figure it out, like I did.
Mary, I appreciate that you want to be able to work up to eventually being in my league. And to be fair, I feel like with a little bit of work, I think that, you could be there. There's a few things I definitely noticed on our date that, you could improve on. Like, I noticed that you were kind of going for some more fatty, calorically dense food when we were out on a date. And I feel like, if we get away from that kind of stuff, it can really help you.
Oh, you narcissist.
You mean, okay.
I can work on that because if it puts me in the level you're in, then it would be my honor to try to do that.
No,
Mary, are you serious?
No, don't. What?
But he's right. I don't mind. It's like a parent that loves you and wants you to be your best. I acknowledge the things you have.
No.
I do want to be better. I've always wanted to be better. And if this is the way I get, to understand how to be better, then it's a blessing.
Mary, you're walking into like a controlling, narcissistic, egomaniac.
I have to say something. You guys have been nice to me, but enough's enough. You shouldn't talk about him this way. I know who he is. I met him. You're maybe just jealous. Please stop being so rude to him, or I'm going to have to get off the phone.
Mary, I'm sorry we're being rude to Ray. Ray, do you feel like we're being rude to you?
You were being very rude to him.
Fair, yeah, I feel like there's some unfair, jabs being made at me because all I'm trying to do is just make Mary become the really pretty person I know that she can
my
become.
God. Mary, I want to shake you. What are you doing?
Well, in that
I know
case...
what I'm doing. I'm an adult, and I don't think it's very respectful what you guys are doing.
Hey, Mary, it's true. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. And if you feel like Ray is right and you were out of his league and apparently you want to work on getting into his league, I'll ask the question. Would you guys like to go on a second date? Ray, we will pay for you to go on a second date with Mary if you will accept.
Yeah, but I can't promise there'll be another date.
After that, okay. Mary, are you willing to give it another try?
I hope we have another date, but I think it's just great to have an opportunity to try again. So, yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, you guys.
so sick.
We're sending you out on a second date.
Ray, I have to tell you, thank you for giving me another chance. I will not let you down. I promise you. I promise I will not let you down.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Think about
thank you.
how every butterfly starts out in a caterpillar.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that simply says, "What the F just happened?" It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking, of course, about the second date update. And this is probably the first second date update we've done where I'm not a fan of either of these people.
Yeah.
Honestly. Mary is the girl from the second date update. She wanted us to call this guy named Ray. The whole time she was talking about how perfect he was, how amazing he was. She's always wanted to date a guy like this. They ended up going out. He wasn't calling her back. We got him on the phone, and the reason he wasn't calling her back was, well, she's not really on my level. And I sort of went out with her because sometimes you gotta slum it. She seemed like a nice girl when I met her, and I figured I'd throw the dame a bone, let her go out with a big fish like Ray. That was his whole attitude the whole time.
And I thought for sure, we were going to get her on the line, because she's listening to all this, and she was going to just rage on this guy or end up crying because he was so mean to her.
Nope. Yeah. Instead, she was like, "Ray, you're just so amazing. I can change. I can be whatever you need me to be. I want to play on your level. I really want to."
It is so sad. I just want to, that girl, I just wish there was an injection of self-confidence that you could take, like a shot, and I would give that to her.
Yeah. She definitely needs to shower in some Old Spice swagger.
Although I did see a text message that came in and says this is totally going to turn on Ray because she's going to end up falling in love with him, stalking him, and then eventually making a skin doll out of him.
Yeah, seriously.
Here's a clip in case you missed it.
Mary, you're walking into a controlling, narcissistic, egomaniac.
I have to say something. You guys have been nice to me, but enough's enough. You shouldn't talk about him this way. I know who he is. I met him. You're maybe just jealous. Please stop being so rude to him, or I'm going to have to get off the phone.
That was my favorite part from the second date update is how she got mad at us because we were like, "Dude, you're kind of a douche."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Stop talking about him like that. He's amazing. And I will do whatever it takes."
Hey, I'm good.
So, how about this boring guy? What's his name?
Well, Mike's his name, but I didn't mean boring. Cute boring, a little old-fashioned, a little quiet.
Cute boring.
I'm
Okay.
actually hearing stable is what I'm hearing. Is that what you mean, Tiffany?
Well, he was very different than any other guy I've gone out with, so maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what stable looks like, but
Yeah.
it sounds fun.
All right, so where did you meet Mr. Boring?
I met Mike at a networking event.
Oh, that
Okay.
is boring. Good point. Did he approach you or you him?
It was a big gathering in a hotel, and I honestly don't even remember if he introduced himself first or I did.
Okay, so it's kind of one of those things where everybody's talking to everybody.
Exactly.
So what set him apart from the crowd? The fact that he was more boring than everybody else?
Right.
What made you notice him?
Well, I mean, he's good looking, but he also just had like a different vibe, like confident, kind of focused on his career. You know, not like other guys that I've dated, you know, who are just like, for lack of a better word, gamer boys, you know?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So he sounds sexy, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought he's good looking. I mean, obviously I was interested. We exchanged numbers.
And did he know that it was, I mean, since you're at a networking event, like it may have gotten lost in translation that you liked him in a different way?
Well, I mean, we texted and called a bit before the date, and like there was some pretty obvious flirting going on.
Okay. So you think that he realized that you weren't trying to get together to talk about real estate or something?
Yeah, I mean, unless he's very thick.
Okay. So what did you guys do when you actually went out?
Well, we met at a park.
That's
Okay.
random.
Boring. Wow. For sure.
Why a park?
He actually had lunch reservations that he had made, but I didn't know about that. And I had just been to brunch with my friends, you know, having some mimosas. So we ended up walking around instead because I had just eaten.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a letdown, honestly, if I'm him and I'm like, I plan for lunch and then you show up, you're like, I already ate. Let's do something else.
Well, you know, he didn't tell me, and he was actually really cool about it. He just, like, grabbed something in a coffee shop. We walked around. It was really nice, actually. You know, we, like, went into an art studio, some little boutiques, and this super cute old bookstore.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Still sounds boring.
Yeah, it sounds super boring to me.
I mean, it was a little boring, but it was, like, him boring. You know, it's like the old bookstore. It was like him. You know, it's cute. You know, it's quaint, smells like leather.
Old people.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you guys
I like
have,
your
like, what
description.
was a big moment where you connected?
Well, we have a lot in common. We joked and stuff, and I'm a little embarrassed to tell you this, but I did actually try to kiss him at the bookstore, and he said no.
Oh, no.
But he said it was because, like, other people were watching, and he felt awkward about people watching him.
Whoa, but
Okay,
still
so he-
saying no
Yeah.
is... Yikes.
He turned down your kiss.
I don't know. I think that's kind of understandable. Like, it's broad daylight. You're sober in a bookstore. I'm not making out with people in that situation either.
Well, he was sober. I was mostly sober.
Oh, yeah, that's
okay,
right.
so you were kind of drunk. So maybe that was it. Maybe the kiss you were going in for wasn't like a normal peck on the lips. You were like kind of drunk and like, let's get down right here in the bookstore.
I don't know. I thought I had it pretty well under control, but I could be wrong.
Okay. So did you guys end up kissing later on?
You know, we didn't. Like, we got to a point where he said he had to go. He said he had dinner with his mom. And, you know, I made a cute joke about it. Like, wow, it's kind of fast for me to be meeting your mom already. And he laughed. He thought it was funny. So I thought that was good. So we definitely ended on, like, a good note.
So what's happened since?
Since I've texted him a few times and haven't heard back.
Okay. So what do you think could have happened?
I don't know. The only thing I can think is that, like, maybe I was a little tipsier than I thought I was, and he noticed it, and that was a bit of a turnoff.
Okay. So I felt like he was like walking his drunk friend around town for a little while.
Listen, it's not like he was force-feeding me water and bread or something.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. You were like totally hammered at least.
But, yeah, you know, that's the only thing I can really think of. Otherwise, it seemed like we had a good time.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date update. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Tiffany is on the phone. And there were a lot of but not that's on Tiffany's first date with a dude named Mike. She showed up drunk, but not that drunk. He was boring, but not that boring.
True.
The date was good, but not that good. I don't think. Anyway, if you're just joining us, Tiffany went out with a dude named Mike. She met him at a mixer, and then they went out for a date. He actually made lunch reservations, but she had gone to brunch with her friends before that, so she'd already eaten, was kind of tipsy. So they had to change plans and ended up just kind of walking around and going to stores while he ate a sandwich that he got from a coffee shop. But she says that she really enjoyed it, and he was boring, but in a cute way.
Cute boring.
And she really wants to go out with him again, but he's not calling her back.
Do you have any theories on why he's not calling you back?
I mean, like I said, my guess is it was because I was a little tipsy and it turned him off or something.
Yeah.
But you weren't full on drunk, right?
No.
Okay.
Trust me, if I was drunk, you would definitely know it.
I believe that.
And
Yeah.
let's not forget, she did try to kiss him in a bookstore.
Oh, that's right.
And he actually turned her down and said no because he thought there were too many people watching. Sorry to remind you of that, Tiff.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Mike, please?
This is he.
Mike, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good. Where are you calling from again?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
Don't kill me, but no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Also, before we get into this, I would like to compliment you on your deep voice, sir.
I was thinking
Very nice
that.
voice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
We're
no
in
problem.
a voice industry.
Yeah.
It's very satisfactory, though. Like,
Yeah.
satisfying is what I mean. It's very satisfying.
Okay. Did I win something?
No. I'm calling you today, Mike, because we do a segment on this show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, have you gone out on a date with anybody that you can think of that might want to call you, like that you haven't been getting back to?
Now that I think of it, potentially, is this, oh my God, Tiffany?
Yes. Congratulations. You got it right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sounds like you've been trying to forget Tiffany.
Tiffany emailed us and told us a little bit about your date. She also
right.
said that you're not texting or calling her back, and she wants to know why.
Well, I mean, is this on the radio?
It will be, yeah.
Why? Are you going to say something inappropriate or mean? Like, it sounds
No,
like your date was pretty tame.
Yeah, no, it was tame. I mean, the whole thing was kind of weird in that I didn't realize it at first when I had met her, but there's like a big age difference.
What do you like? What's the age difference?
Well, when I had first met her, I thought she was older.
Okay.
I mean, she looks like she's in her mid-30s, actually, but...
What?
Hello?
Yeah, so keep going.
But how old is she?
I think she's like 26. She's in her mid-20s, which would make me like almost 30 years older than her.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Holy hell,
Yeah.
that's a big age difference.
Yeah.
You have a deep voice, an old man voice.
And that's why you do lunch and not brunch. That makes sense now.
You know, that's why most of my dates are over the phone, I guess. I mean, I give good phone.
Okay, yeah.
What?
I don't even get that.
It's a
good,
dad
though. It's
joke
good, though,
or
man.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you thought she was in her 30s, but she's in her 20s.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. And did you bring that up at all, or did you just kind of dismiss it as like, let's just get through this and I'll be done with it?
I just kind of knew it just wasn't worth getting into. I mean, she's very nice. She's fun. She's peppy. A lot of energy.
She'd be great friends with my daughter.
Yeah, I mean, that was the main thing. But it also seemed like she was looking for like financial support. You know, like that.
Oh my God.
Stop that.
That was
yeah,
me.
sorry. No, yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Well, why did you think that? Did she know that you were so much older?
Well, I don't know what she thought I was, but I mean, I mentioned that I was retiring, and she actually got excited.
She got excited about you retiring, so she definitely, yeah.
Yeah, like she's like, so where would you take me? You know, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, so I just it kind of seemed like it wasn't really going all for the right reasons, kind of thing. So
you think she was just looking for a sugar daddy?
yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it seemed like.
Okay.
Okay, do I get to talk now? Do I get to chime in?
I think you've been trying.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to let you know that Tiffany's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
She's been listening to the whole thing. She's been trying to chime in, too. Tiffany, you're not doing very good at being quiet.
I'm sorry, but come on. He thought I was in my mid-30s? What? How?
Look, Tiffany, I don't know if it was the lighting in the conference room or what, but, I mean, you're very attractive. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, attractive for an older lady, I guess.
Oh, my God. Tiffany, is that the
that
point
bad.
you're really upset about? Shouldn't you be more upset about him thinking you want a sugar daddy?
And 30s is young.
Listen, maybe he misinterpreted what I was saying. I was just talking about how, it's challenging that, my parents aren't helping me anymore. I'm just, transitioning out of that and that sort of stuff.
Well, no, I mean, you mentioned that your dad cut you off, you couldn't pay rent, and I don't know, it just kind of seemed like you were looking at me for the money kind of thing.
So what, you think I'm some kind of gold digger? That's what you think?
Well, no, I'm just wondering, I mean, what would a beautiful 26-year-old like you be interested in a guy like me for?
Maybe it's because, Mike, I'm sick of messing with the immature man boys that are my own age, and I'm interested in trying it out with someone who has some more maturity. You know,
Someone of retirement age.
Tiffany, I appreciate that, but I'm a lot older than you.
Mike, stop being so hard on yourself. You are not that old.
I don't think he's making it sound like a negative thing. It's just a fact.
Right. It's just a fact. I am that old, Tiffany.
No, I mean, you're useful, you're young at heart, you joke, you know, like, no one would look at you and think you're your age.
No, Tiffany, I think that people would just look at me and know that I'm that age. And I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. I mean, how weird would it be for my family, my friends, your family? I mean,
right.
I don't know. Mike, age is just a number. It's 21st century. That's not what's important to me.
Well, I've accepted my age, and I think that you might have to too.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't. Like, you're young. It's not like you have one foot in the grave, Mike. Why are you talking like
You
this?
shouldn't accept your age. Don't accept your age, Mike.
I mean, I used to think that way as well. I mean, I don't anymore. I don't have to anymore. I'm fine with where I am. But you kept mentioning money and vacations and paying for stuff, and I'm not supposed to have to pay your rent, you know?
That's just like normal boyfriend stuff.
No, it's not.
I don't think paying your rent is normal boyfriend stuff. Tiffany.
That's normal life stuff that you do for yourself.
I mean, my last boyfriend helped me with the rent.
How much older was he?
Like, at my age, like 2 years older.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a question. What if I couldn't afford to pay the rent for you? I mean, let's just suppose, you know.
What do you mean? Like, that's not the situation.
What if I made $40,000 a year and I couldn't pay for your rent? What would I mean?
But you don't make $40,000 a year.
That's
not the point. I'm saying, would you still like me if I wasn't able to do that? Really?
Listen, that's not the situation. So, like, I don't know why we're talking in hypotheticals.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Oh, my
Tiffany.
Guys, this has been fun.
All right, well, hold up. Don't go just yet, man. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Mike. Would you like to go out on a second date with Tiffany? We'll pay for it.
Listen, best of luck. I wish you the best. You're a great girl, but I'm gonna decline.
Well, Mike, you know, I thought that, you know, you were a more open person than that. I thought that, you know, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, being a little boring and whatnot. I thought, you know, just in time, maybe you'd open up. It's a generational thing.
It's a generational thing, being boring.
And that's just really disappointing. So I guess I read you wrong.
I understand.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Tiffany, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date.
Well, you know what? If anyone knows anyone who's quote-unquote age-appropriate and not a gamer man boy,
Right.
let me know.
Someone more your age? Someone in their 30s?
I'm not in my 30s.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Napa know-how. At Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $25 prepaid Visa card when you get.
Hey, how are you guys?
Pretty good. Thank you for your email. Appreciate it. So your email said you showed up to this date and there ended up being like a double date situation going on?
Well, I mean, I knew that we were going out with some friends, but I didn't realize it was going to be, it was just a little more pressure than I was anticipating.
Okay, I was confused. In your email, it sounded like you had no idea there were going to be other people there. So how did you meet this guy, first of all?
I met him at a party at a friend's house, and he asked me if I wanted to go out, and I was like, absolutely. So he was like, yeah, I want to meet up with a couple of friends of mine. Do you mind? Would you want to join us? And I show up, and there's this other couple there. So,
What was weird about that?
well, I was expecting, like, a group of friends, and it turned out that, like, the girl, Amanda, was his sister and her boyfriend.
Oh, and
wow, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's weird.
always a lot of pressure. I have actually broken up with a guy because I didn't want to meet the sister.
Really?
Because I am a sister, and I know how judgy we can be, like, for real.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As soon as I found out that it was his sister, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot more pressure than I was thinking.
That's weird to bring your sister along on a first date.
Well, maybe they're close. I mean, did they seem to be friends?
They did. I mean, I will say that. Like, as the night went on, it got better. Like, it was awkward at first, but we ended up having a really fun time. You know, I really enjoyed it. I liked her, and he was, of course, great. I mean, I wanted him to
I definitely wanted another date with him.
What's his name?
His name is Brody.
Brody.
Oh, Brody.
Yeah. Hey, Laura, you want to come on a date with me and my sis? So did you guys hit it off then? Did she seem to like you and you like her?
Well, I thought we did.
You thought you did? I mean, did you guys talk and have a good conversation? It seemed like she liked you.
We did. Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I really thought things were going well with her. I thought we were getting along great, but I texted him the next day, just to tell him that I had a fun time, and he texted me back saying that he had a good time as well, and so I just went for it. I was like, so do you want to hang out again? And he told me his sister wasn't a fan.
What?
So
of me.
did he say he doesn't want to hang out with you because his sister's not a fan?
Well, I mean, that was what was being implied. I mean, he didn't say, he told me that if I wanted to, I could try to convince her, and then he gave me her number.
What?
He wants you to call his sister and ask for permission to go out with him again?
Well, I mean...
Do you know how weird that sounds?
That's weird.
It's got to be a joke. He was joking, and you just didn't get it because it was on text message or something.
Well, no, I mean, I asked him if he was joking. He was like, no, she wasn't a fan. I mean, you couldn't...
What?
So
yeah.
He said, call my sister and ask her if I can go out with you again, basically.
He didn't say it exactly like that, but he was like...
Sure sounds like he did. If he said, hey, here's my sister's phone number, call her.
Well, yeah. I guess I just really want to know what happened.
So are we going to call him, or do you want us to call his sister for your second date?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we have to call her, right?
Really?
I think so, because he sounded like he had a good time. And I feel like she's the one who has, the answers about, what is wrong, right?
Do you really want a second date with this guy, or you just want to find out from the sister what you did wrong and why she doesn't like you? Because honestly, if I were to go out with a girl and she's like, you got to call my brother for permission, I'd be like, all right, then, no thank you.
I just feel like there must have been something that was, a miscommunication or something like that, because I really thought it was going well. And so if something went wrong that I don't know about, I just kind of want to clear things up, clear the air about it.
So you want to clear the air with the sister, and then do you still want to date her brother?
Well, I mean, enough for a second date.
All right.
Oh, my God, you
Okay,
really
well, we
like
will
this guy.
play a song, come back, call her,
Weird.
figure out why she doesn't like you, and then see if she'll let you date her brother.
Weird.
Sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, we'll do it right after this.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, for the second part of today's second date update, I'm going to need you to pay attention for a second. I need to explain how this is going to work. Laura went out on a date with a guy named Brody. She showed up to the date. It was like a double date type situation. One of those people happened to be Brody's sister. She thought that they all enjoyed each other's company and the sister was cool with her. She texted Brody the next day, and he said, hey, we can't go out again because my sister doesn't like you.
So weird.
And then they were joking back and forth, and he said, here's my sister's phone number. If you want to see me again, clear it with my sister. So right now, we're about to call Brody's sister, her name is Amanda, on Laura's behalf to see if she can get a second date with her brother. Or at least find out why the girl doesn't like her. All right, Laura, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you
I've
more-
thoroughly confused myself now, but
Are you more creeped out that Brody wants you to talk to his sister, or that the sister is that involved with the brother's life?
I mean, I guess I'm more creeped out that he needs her permission. That's a little weirder for me. I see sisters being overprotective. I get that.
yeah, okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can figure out why Amanda hates Laura. Here we go. Amanda hates Laura, name of a good sitcom, by the way.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Amanda, please?
Speaking. May I ask who's calling?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Like the radio show?
Exactly like the radio show. Have you ever listened to us?
Just here and there, never seriously, I guess.
Never listen to it seriously.
Yeah, no, you've probably never really listened very much at all. But that's okay, Amanda, because you're actually about to be on the show, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
One of our listeners recently sent us an email about you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What was the email about?
Well, her name is Laura, and Laura recently went out on a date with your brother.
Oh.
Ring a bell?
Okay.
Okay, well,
it sure does.
She told us about the date, and the thing is, she really wants to see your brother again, but after the date, she was texting with your brother, and he said he couldn't go out with her because you didn't like her.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so you don't like her. So that's why I'm calling you today. I'm calling you to find out what you didn't like about Laura on the date.
I mean, you know, sometimes you meet people and you just know that they wouldn't be good in your group of friends or in your family or around, and sometimes you just have to, you know, draw the line and speak your mind.
Hold on. How can you tell from one date whether or not a girl is good enough for your brother? Like, you spent 2 hours with her.
You just know. There are signs. There are indicators.
So we talked to her about the date, and she actually had nice things to say about you and thought you guys were getting along great until she got those texts from your brother saying you didn't like her.
Well, first of all, of course she has nice things to say about me. Second of all, I mean, it wasn't like her actions per se, but it was more, you know, her choice of dress or the way she cursed or, you know, she just seemed it was a very trashy air, you know, I could just tell that she was a trashy person. And to me, it's okay. Like, I understand that people can't choose the circumstance which they're born into, right? I understand that. But this is a grown woman. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't want to hang out with someone when I'm worried about her boobs, like, falling out of her shirt or me seeing her butt. You know what I mean?
So you don't like the way she dressed and you thought she was trashy?
I didn't think she was trashy. I knew she was trashy.
Oh, my God. You are being a straight-up bitch. Like, we talked to her, and she seemed like a lovely girl.
Right, well, you didn't see her. You just talked to her. So if you'd been there, you would have felt the trashy vibes that I was getting.
That is
trashy
so
vibe.
messed up, dude. Why are you so invested into your brother's love life?
Because first dates can turn into marriages. It's the beginning of something. And we're a very close-knit family.
So you're close with your brother and you don't want him dating gutter trash.
Exactly. You're trying to be funny with me right now, but that's exactly how I feel.
Oh, my gosh. That is
Hey, you can't
messed
argue
up.
with honesty, and I appreciate you being honest with us, Amanda. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you think Laura would feel if she heard you say that about her, though?
I don't think that I would care.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, maybe she would change her ways. Maybe she would make some self-improvement. I would hope.
It's good that you wouldn't care, because Laura is actually on the other line listening.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Hi. It's good to know how big of a bitch you are.
Seriously.
You were hiding it the first time we met.
I was trying to be polite because I have manners and know how to act in public, unlike you.
Well, at least don't judge people based off of what they're wearing.
Honey, it was not only what you were wearing. It was what you were saying, how you carried yourself, and also not to mention the fact that you don't even have a real college degree. You have a trade degree. You have a certification. You're a dental assistant. And what are you planning to do with that? Are you planning to be a dentist?
What the are you talking about? A dental assistant is a very respectable job, and I'm trying to better myself. You're such a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura.
And how are you going to judge me? You work at a freaking call center. You're customer service. Your job isn't that great, Misty.
But I have a college degree.
Yeah, to answer freaking phones. Good job using that education.
I feel like me and you walking down the street, people would look at us and they would know that I am automatically better than you. And
What?
I don't want you in my family.
You know what they would know? They would know that someone who came from nothing and is bettering themselves is doing a hell of a lot better than someone who has a 4-year degree and is working at a call center.
To Amanda, do you honestly think that you're a better person?
I'm sorry. If you called me, I'm just telling you what I know. Don't try and act like I'm this bad person because I don't want this in my life.
Oh my God.
You know what? I feel you, Amanda.
All right.
Amanda, I feel you. Like, I have to walk around every day knowing that people are lesser than me, and it's frustrating. It really is.
You're such an ass.
And I feel you on that. Thank you very much for your time. I would like to see if actually you two would like to get together for a second date, maybe a hangout. I'll pay for it wherever you guys want to go, a happy hour or something.
You think I want to go and hang out with a dental assistant, trashy? I have better things to do with my time.
Well,
That is
Amanda,
nice.
the way that you just described Laura sounds perfect for me. I mean,
Oh my God. First of all, I'm so glad we called her because now I have no reason to ever be anywhere near that family again.
No kidding.
I'm just saying it one more time. Hello?
hey, Tommy, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. You there?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't think that he meant that you
Tommy,
need to
can you
yell.
hear me, Tommy?
No.
I can hear you, but I just don't know who you are.
Oh, okay, good. I was worried you couldn't hear me. Tommy, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Are you familiar?
Am I what?
Are you familiar?
Are you sure he can hear us?
Have you heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning before?
No.
Oh, okay, good. It's a radio show.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Okay.
Okay, are you curious to know who would email us?
Uh-huh.
I still feel like Tommy has no idea what's going
No,
on.
and he doesn't sound like he cares.
So, Tommy, you recently met a girl named Mary Ellen, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I did. Why? How do you know that?
Well, I know that because Mary Ellen emailed us to see if we could get a hold of you because apparently you've scheduled a date with her twice now and blown her off each time.
Okay, is that what she said?
That's what she said. Yeah. And so we're getting you on the phone to find out why you keep blowing her off.
To be honest with you, I've just been really conflicted about it.
And why is that?
She thinks, just so you know, that you're probably either married or have a girlfriend.
No, I'm
Wait.
not.
Is that a nervous laugh because you're lying to us, or is that a nervous laugh because you're surprised she thinks that?
No, I swear to God, I definitely don't have a girlfriend or a wife.
Okay.
That's a
so
good start.
We got that out of the way. Why won't you go out on a date with her then? Why do you keep scheduling and then bailing?
It's my own insecurity, to be honest with you. I just didn't feel comfortable with it when I thought about it.
Male pattern baldness? Is that what it is?
Hey, women are okay with that.
No, I'm not balding.
Okay. You said insecure, and that's instantly where I went. I was like, he's got to be balding.
No, that is not the case.
Oh.
How can you be insecure? You're the guy that walks into a bar, asks a hot bartender out, and she actually says yes to you out of the thousands of guys that hit on her all the time.
To tell you the truth, I'm not usually that impulsive, and I only did that because I really was drawn to her. Mary Ellen is really interesting. She's really lovely, and I thought she was great, and I still think she's great.
Sounds like the kind of girl that you want to blow off while she's on the way to a club to meet you. Usually when you describe somebody like that, you're like, I can't wait until they just get right to the door of where we're supposed to have a date and then tell them I'm not showing up.
Listen, in all sincerity, I know that in the end she probably wouldn't be happy with this.
Why?
So,
what is wrong with you?
all right, so you want to hear the whole truth then?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm assuming she probably does too.
We talked on the phone for quite a while the night that we met, and it was great. It was a really wonderful conversation. And after I got off the phone with her, I looked her up on social media, and I thought she was a lot older than she actually is.
Okay.
She's 23.
All right.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
It's kind of young. How old are you?
I'm 42, and I'm divorced, a couple of years.
Okay, so you're almost 20 years older than her.
Yeah.
And that bothers you?
Yes, some girls like
Most guys are like,
what's the issue?
yeah, jackpot.
It's not me, it's for her. I don't want to do that to her, if that makes any sense.
You don't want her to date a geriatric.
Yeah, in so many words. Thank you, yes.
But come on, I mean, shouldn't you leave that up to her?
She's going to have to explain this to, her friends that we go out with and her family, like meeting her parents. Like, I never for a million years thought that I would ever be that guy. you know, that gets
Yeah.
the parents.
I can see what you mean there a little bit. It would be awkward to be 20 years older than the girl that you're dating and be like, okay, I've officially become like midlife crisis man.
Yeah, but if you guys have a real connection and you think that she's sophisticated and intelligent, then why not?
I think that's kind of a simple way of looking at it, and it is really a lot more complicated than that, especially on my end, you know?
Okay, wouldn't you be curious to find out what she thinks?
Not really. I'm not exactly proud to be in this situation. I think she's just kind of going to mock and ridicule me. Can you guys just tell her?
Okay. Well, how about I just tell you that you actually kind of told her because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Mary Ellen?
Hi, Tommy.
I thought she sent an email. I didn't know that this was a phone thing. I thought she wrote a letter.
She did, and then we got her on the phone and told her to hang on while we talked to you to see if we could get the answer, and now it's time for her to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's one way to sum it up.
I'm not really sure how to take this.
Oh man. Did you hear the whole thing? Did you hear everything?
Yeah, you don't look 42.
That's a nice
compliment.
thing. Yeah.
Kind of.
You don't look 23
Wait a minute.
at all.
I don't know how to take that. I mean, you said I look a lot older.
No,
What does a lot
no,
older
no.
mean?
No, I didn't mean like you look old. You look like a woman.
Oh.
Whoa.
You look like you've been experienced, Mary
Yeah.
Ellen.
A real woman.
Okay.
I just mean you look more mature. You know, and you sound more mature. I didn't mean to think that you look like some old broad. I'm not saying that at all. No, you're amazing and you're beautiful, actually. And when I was 23, you would be the one I would have dreamt about.
I tell you what, Mary Ellen, if I were 20 years younger, the things we'd do.
You
Mary
weren't
Ellen,
even born.
does it bother you that he's 42?
I mean, I'm just surprised that he wouldn't have told me that ahead of time.
In all fairness, I didn't think I had to. Like, I had no idea.
I mean, like, when you looked me up on social media and you found that out, you could have texted me or said something, like given me the respect at least to say something so that I'm not sitting here wondering and trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry. I've never been in this situation, and I honestly was really desperate to avoid having this conversation because it's really awkward.
Here we are.
But wasn't it kind of a clue when she said her favorite DJ was in town and she wanted to go dancing that she wasn't 35?
All right, so now you know why I wanted to cancel.
Oh.
All right. So you're like, who's this Tiesto guy?
I knew, like, if I was going to go there that night, that I was just going to embarrass myself.
Hey, man.
Like, this doesn't sound like Jimmy Buffett at all.
Raise the
This
roof.
is terrible.
I'm not that old.
Come on. Tommy, you're not a parrot head?
A parrot head. No, he's more of a Grateful Dead guy.
I just wish that you would have given me the option and the choice of whether or not I wanted to go out on a date with you because of your age.
Well, Tommy, how about this? Would you like to go out on a second date with Mary Ellen? We will pay for it.
Come on, what could it hurt?
You know what, though? She can't really make this decision. And I don't mean this to say in any condescending way, but you don't know what I know. Like, I know what you're going to discover. You're going to discover that I go to bed really early compared to you.
You're going to discover that I like going to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
And,
Can I interject here for a second?
you know,
Honestly,
I can't drink. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if I want to go on a second date anymore.
Really?
Yeah, after listening to all this, like, you can't make the decision for me, and you think you've got it all figured out, and if that's the case, I don't want to deal with that anyways.
Wow.
That's a good...
It kind of sounds like we're listening to a
that.
daughter and her dad argue. You don't know how I feel. I know everything. You think you know everything. Awesome.
Oh, my dad is in his 40s, so that's one thing.
Oh, my God.
This just keeps getting better.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Paul.
This is he?
Hey, Paul, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Doing okay. Just confused, waiting for a phone call.
Okay.
Before we get into how your evening went, tell us about the guy that you want to call. What's his name?
His name's Colin.
Oh, even how you say it, you're longing for Colin.
Yeah. He's so yummy.
Oh, that is a good description.
Like on the eyes, or
Everything.
did you murder him and eat him?
Oh my God, you're so dark, Jubal.
Well, that would be the reason he's not calling back, Brittany, if you did that.
Well, I did not harm him, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
There's something wrong with you.
Yes, there is.
Well,
Wait, and how did you meet Yummy Colin? I forget. Did you tell us already? I'm sorry.
No, we met on the dating app.
Okay, and what was exciting about him?
He was just like really flirtatious when we were like talking on the app and suggested like, hey, you want to get together?
Okay.
So we decided to meet up and then, go get drinks after dinner if it went well.
And what was different about this date than like other dates you've been on?
I mean, when it's a good date, it's the conversation flows. Like he had a lot of witty banter. He was laughing at a lot of my jokes and it was just like really natural. It was really easy.
I love easy dates. Love it.
Not like that, bro.
So why do you think he's not calling you back then? What happened?
Well, there's one thing that happened. Before we decided to go to the bar to grab a drink after dinner, I realized I left my phone at my place. So just like not knowing him very well, I was like, would you mind if we grabbed my phone on the way out to the bar? So we did. We went back to my place. So I should tell you guys, I do live with my parents. And I told him this like as we were pulling up to my parents' house.
Yeah.
It's temporary. I told him, he laughed it off. Like he was totally cool about it. And I have the whole bottom floor to the place, and like there's a separate entrance to get in and out.
Right.
So we got to my house, and I found my phone. We started like kind of hanging out there. We ended up watching a movie and got cozy on the couch, made out a little bit.
So you guys didn't even make it to drinks?
No, we didn't make it to drinks. Like I said, like everything was just going really well, and it was easy. Not in that sense. It was easy, but
Not Jubal's easy.
Was the phone just your excuse to bring him back to your place?
No,
And that's
that wasn't
okay.
the plan at all.
Sounds like an excuse. If I was that dude, I'd have been like, yeah, we can absolutely go, quote, grab your phone, end quote.
And I get that, and I'm okay. It wasn't the plan, but this awkward part did happen where we were making out a little bit. We could hear noises above my room, like noises. Getting together.
Shut up.
Please don't make me say it.
No way.
Wait, I don't understand what you mean. Like board games? Or?
Oh my God.
No, don't make me say it. It's already weird enough.
Wait,
doing it?
so you were making out with a date and listening to your parents get it on upstairs?
Oh God, yeah, like we can keep it vague. It's so weird. Like I cannot believe it.
My God.
I was so embarrassed.
Talk about setting the mood.
Well, I mean, I agree, but like I was just so embarrassed. And I thought it was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll like stop, right? And it didn't. It like
whoa.
It didn't stop. But then I don't know. Shortly after, he was like, "Oh, I have to go. Like, let's get together again soon." And I have to go. And I totally understood why he wanted to leave. Like, I didn't want to be there either.
But unfortunately, you had to go back in your house and lay down on your bed and just listen to them having the best time.
Oh, no. They make sound like noise-canceling headphones. But yeah, like now I can't get him to agree to another date.
Oh my God, that is so awkward. I don't know if I would want to go out another date.
I mean, my parents are at least good role models.
What?
Good
role model.
Say that.
Hey, I heard what your parents are doing. Did you learn a thing or two from Mommy and Daddy?
No, I just mean a good relationship.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like they have a great relationship.
Oh, my God.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and we'll find out if your parents doing it did your date in.
So bad.
I just don't want it to screw up the next one.
That's right. Your parents screwing could have screwed your date up.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Brittany is on the phone, and today she wants to call a guy named Colin, and their night had everything that you need for a perfectly romantic evening. They had dinner that went amazing, lots of laughter and fun, and then they went back to her place, started watching a movie, and of course, no romantic evening would be complete without the soothing sounds of your parents making love in the bedroom above you.
God, it's so gross.
Hey, Brittany,
Yeah.
does that jog your memory a little bit?
Yes.
Oh, Brittany, I am so sorry.
If that was confusing to you, Brittany lives at her parents' house. She has like the whole downstairs to herself, I guess. But she did take her date back there, and they ended up hanging out for a while. But at a certain point, her parents didn't know she was home, and they started doing what parents do when the kids aren't around. And now the dude's not calling her back, and she suspects that's the reason.
I do have two questions, just because I forgot to ask, because I was so mortified by what happened to you. Once you started hearing your parents doing it while you guys were making out, how long did it take for him to leave?
You're making me think about this again. I don't want to relive it.
I just want to know how scared he was.
When it registered what was happening and the horror in my face, he left, not ran out the door, but, he gave his polite goodbyes and got out.
I don't know if you want to call this guy back. I mean, it sounds like he's not there to protect you, man. It's like the whole building was burning down and he left you for good.
To be fair to him, this is my fault. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have left my phone at home. The plan was to go out.
Okay.
Well, no, it still would have happened. You just wouldn't have known about it. Trust me.
No.
All right. I'm dialing his phone number right now, and we'll see if we can get an answer for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Colin?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners named Brittany asked us to get you on the phone.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because she told us about your date, and now you're not setting up plans for another date, so she wants to know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of creepy.
True. But it's a segment we do on our show all the time. It's called the Second Date Update. And Brittany told us about your date, and it sounds awkward at the end of it, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on sounds.
Personally, for me, it sounds awesome, but I could see how it could be awkward for a lot of people.
Oh, my God. Colin, he is a disturbed man. Don't listen to him.
So she did tell you a bit what happened.
Oh.
Yeah, she told us that you guys went to dinner and then went back to her place, and then you got to hear the rare sounds of parents doing that naughty thing that parents do.
You're making it sound like a National Geographic episode.
What do I hear off in the distance? Is that your father, Bert?
Oh, my God, the mating rituals.
So, yeah, that's why she thinks you're not calling her back.
I mean, kind of. I don't know what to say.
We don't blame you. Yeah. I told her I wouldn't call her back either if I heard that. That has got to scar a person for a while.
Yeah, no, it was probably the most uncomfortable thing that has ever happened to me.
Was it uncomfortable because she kept talking and you wanted to hear more? You're like, shush, I'm listening.
No. Oh, God. I mean, everything stopped on my end pretty quickly,
Oh my God! I just imagine you both trying to turn the TV up and it's still not helping.
It's never
is there anything that can cover the sound that's coming from the parents' bedroom above us?
Oh man!
Yeah. Oh God.
So that's.
He's got PTSD. Did you hear that?
Why not go out with her again, though? I mean, it's not her fault that her parents can't keep themselves under control. I mean, they're probably 50 or 60. I mean, at this point, they should never be doing that again, But it's not her fault.
Oh, you sure it's not her fault?
How would it be her fault, man?
I don't know. As soon as it started happening, she started acting real weird.
Like
Real weird how?
I don't know. She had this like look on her face, and I don't even know how to explain it. It was like she didn't seem surprised at all that it was happening.
She was probably just mortified.
That's not what I would look like if I were mortified.
So you think that she was enjoying hearing that?
Don't say that.
Maybe a little bit.
Whoa!
Dude, that is a heavy accusation.
Oh my god!
How would she ever be enjoying something like that?
I don't know. She was looking at me, and she was just like, "You want to get back at them?" And
what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you respond to that. She said that to me, and I don't know what a normal person says in that moment.
She had to have been joking. It had to have been a bad joke at a bad time, trying to make light of a really awful situation.
That's what I was thinking, but she doubled down, and then she kissed me hard right on the mouth.
And you left?
Like,
Jubal, that is so gross. Who can still kiss at a time like that? Who can hear their parents doing it and still kiss anyone?
I don't know if the whole family was in on it. I don't know. I didn't, you know.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying. All kinds of opportunities there that I think you missed, Colin.
No.
Well, Colin, thank you for sharing. I will also tell you that we do have another surprise for you because Brittany is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
No.
Yeah, and her whole family is too.
What?
They're all there.
That part isn't true.
They are not. Hi, Colin.
Oh, hi.
I wish you would have talked to me before I called our radio station to try and get you on a date, but I wish you would have talked to me about how you perceived that situation.
How we all just perceived it. Yeah.
I don't. What else would I think? Like, I'm not going to sit there and
we had a
ask
good date,
you.
right? Like, we had a really good date. Is there any other part of the date that would have made you think I was a crazy person?
No, but like, why would a crazy person like say hi? I'm crazy and I do things with my parents. Like, that's messed up.
That's gross, first off. But Colin, listen
I
to me.
agree.
Like,
That's the
okay,
whole
you
thing.
said you were talking about the joke I made. I was joking. Like, I thought you got on the date that I really enjoy just saying jokes, and I was trying to break the tension. And like, I get that it was not a good joke.
Not
and
the way to do it.
That's why I repeated it, because I was like, oh, he doesn't get that I'm joking. I'll do it. Like, I'll make it more obvious. Like, oh my God. Like, you weren't. I was like, he's not. Like, surely he'll get that.
But Brittany, you kissed him.
I get it was maybe not my finest moment, but I was panicked. I was trying to diffuse the situation and not make you feel like the horror I was feeling during this.
It's still happening upstairs, though. Like, there's nothing to do but leave. We could have left. You could have done anything. That's not how you handle that situation. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm practiced in the art of that situation. Like, I'm sorry. I handled it. What?
You leave. You get out of the situation. That's what normal people do. And now I know how your parents sound during sex. I know what your mom sounds like during sex. I can't meet them ever now.
Yeah, right.
Or you can. You just got to do the sound when you meet her. Like,
So gross.
Man.
It is a good question, Brittany. Why didn't you leave?
It all happened so quickly, and I was like, oh my God. In my head, I was like, if I leave, like, my parents are going to know that I'm downstairs.
No.
It's like we were to hook up, like, at least the noise from that would, like, drown out my parents.
Wait.
So you were serious?
She was serious. Brittany, you just admitted it.
No.
I'm just saying, like, that was the benefit if we did that, but I'm joking. Like, I'm a joker. You can't take me seriously.
Yeah, you're the Joker. That you're like from Batman. You're insane.
That's crazy. Give me another chance, Colin. Just one more date for me to prove, I'm not crazy. I like to laugh and tell jokes. I am not the person you think in your head.
Brittany, you're literally having to prove that your parents getting it on doesn't do something for you.
Who do you know anyone that does something for them?
Well, I didn't until you were on the phone with us, and now I'm not sure.
They're there. They're on the internet somewhere. They're on the dark web, and you can find them there, Brittany, if that really is what you're into. But let's talk to Colin real quick and see if Colin wants to go out with you. Colin, will you go out with Brittany one more time? We'll pay for it.
Well, knowing what her family sounds like and these weird jokes that apparently she likes to make all the time, I'm going to have to go with no.
Oh.
It's just disappointing, Colin. I had so much more planned for our next date.
Yeah, Colin, her family reunion's coming up. You never know what can go down.
That is gross. No, thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that Colin dude's an idiot.
What?
You stay, you smash, and you make sure the dad hears it.
Oh my God! How many
Brooke and
sick
Jubal
people
in the
are
morning.
there?
There's a lot, because there's a lot of people saying things like that on the text message board. If you missed today's second date update, Brittany wanted to call this dude named Colin. They were hanging out, at dinner and whatever, met up at a bar and all that kind of stuff. And then they went back to her place, and they heard her parents doing it.
Yeah, she lives in the basement.
Yep, and it was disturbing for Colin, so he left. But the thing that was really disturbing was that Brittany was making jokes, like, maybe we should compete with them.
Gross, man.
And he didn't get that it was a joke. Brittany swears it's a joke, but Colin was like, I don't know. I think that there was way more to it than that. And most people are texting in. Dudes mostly are texting in. Like, I would have still done it. Doesn't matter.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Dude,
well, a lot of us guys have no
I
morals.
came home one time unannounced to my parents' house during college, and I'm going to tell you, I honestly thought about never seeing them again in my life.
Ew, gross.
I left, and I did never want to go back. It's been quite a few years, and I still don't think I can see him.
That was the day you moved out.
Dude.
So, his name is Andrew.
Uh-huh.
It sounds really cheesy, but we were doing like a volunteer charity event, and we met there, and we were working together, so we just had a lot of time, to like hang out and talk and stuff. And, we had a connection, and he asked me out on a date, and since then it's just kind of been like a whirlwind, you know what I mean?
Like you're super into him and you see this going into like relationship status?
Yeah, obviously not like right now at this moment because I'm calling you for a reason, but no, it was definitely like I felt like it was headed in that direction. Yeah.
What did you guys do for your date? Dates plural.
So my first date, it was actually really romantic. We went on one of those dinner cruises, which I probably would have hated if it was someone that I turned out not to be attracted to. But we had so much fun, Like if I needed to be trapped on a boat with anyone, that would be the person that I would want to be trapped on a boat.
That's actually a good idea for guys to take girls on a dinner cruise date for the first date because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. But
I didn't even think about that.
It does say that he was like really into you because if a guy is going to devote that much time and energy into a first date, he's obviously wanting to impress you.
Yeah.
Screw time and energy, just cash. That's not a cheap date at all. Okay, so you went on a dinner cruise. That's cool. What'd you do for your other dates?
Yeah. The next date, we went on one of those like wine and tasting events at a bar, which was, like super casual, and it was fun because there were other people there, and so we got to sort of like spend more time in a group of people and see what that dynamic is like, and it was really fun. And then my third one was so sweet because I was really stressed out at work, and I think I had mentioned it like a couple times in conversation, and so he booked us a couples massage.
What? That's like relationship status stuff.
Yeah. So we definitely like took our relationship to the next level after that, and I'm like starting to feel emotionally connected to him and putting in, feelings and effort and time. And since then, it has been complete radio silence.
That's weird.
That is totally weird.
To put that much effort into all of those dates.
I know.
And by effort, you still mean money, don't you?
Pretty much. But I mean, you don't buy somebody a couples massage
Right.
if you don't care about them.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I wouldn't spend that much money, and I just can't believe you like spent that much money for just a hookup.
Right.
Like, that seems like a lot of work.
That was the first night you guys hooked up after the couples massage?
Yeah.
So he stopped calling you after the first night that you hooked up.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
And it's like textbook. I know, but the lead up is so confusing because it's, everyone's been in the hookup situation before, whether they like intended to or not. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it usually doesn't have that much build up. Usually someone doesn't put in that much time and effort and then go completely off the grid.
It sounds like he was doing all that just to get in your pants.
No,
if I'm
it
being honest.
doesn't.
Well, it does if he's doing all those.
Seriously, would you do that much?
I wouldn't know, but a lot of guys would. I mean, if he's putting in all that effort and then stops calling you the moment that you guys hook up, sounds like that's all he wanted.
I don't know. I also, like, in my head, I'm kind of like wondering, was he like just getting out of a relationship and did he fix things? Did he go back to someone?
See-
And like all of it is totally like, if that were the case, life happens. Some kind of answer, just some kind of conversation telling me what happened.
That's where my mind goes to. I think, did you stay the night at his house?
Yeah.
What was it like in the morning?
It was really nice. It wasn't like hookup. You know what I mean? It's, when it's a hookup. You're a woman. Like, you've been there.
No, most women don't know when it's a hookup. I'll tell you that much.
I totally disagree with that. No.
I disagree too. With
No,
that, too.
most don't know. That's why there's clingy women who will text you after and think that they're in a relationship when they're not. It happens all the time. I'm sorry.
I think she's right. I think the majority of women know when a hookup is just a hookup.
I completely agree.
Okay, well, maybe the guy's a player and he's really good at it and you don't know.
If that's what he's doing, he's really good.
So I'm sure you've thought about it a ton then. If you don't think it's just a hookup thing and he was just kind of using you, then what do you think it is?
I'm trying to think of anything at this point. I mean, that's why I need your help.
I'm really interested to see why he would stop calling you after all those elaborate dates.
And leaving his house, that was the last time you've talked to him.
No, there've been like texts, like little texts, like, I've been busy. Like, oh, you're just suddenly so busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like scheduling cruises and massages, and then all of a sudden his schedule just got so packed. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Kate?
Yeah?
Seriously? I can't even believe that you want to call this dog back. Like, seriously, girl, you need to move on to greener pastures, okay? Because he totally used you, and now he's not calling you back, and I wouldn't even give him the time of day. You should not be doing a second date update. You need to move the along, all right? Snap out of it, girlfriend. Let's you and I go get some Cosmos and talk about this.
In your mind, this is how female conversations go, isn't it?
That was my conversation with Kate about moving on. Kate, are you about ready to call Andrew for your second date update?
Well, after that, I'm feeling really inspired.
Yeah, I bet. Empowered even, I'm sure.
The reason that I said that is Kate actually wants to call a guy that she has gone out on 3 dates with. They've all been pretty elaborate. The last one was a couple's massage. There was like a dinner cruise and stuff in there. Anyway, after they hooked up, after the third date, he stopped calling her. Hasn't responded to anything. So my first thought is that he just used her and just wanted to hook up with her, and now he's not calling her at all. That's why he's a dog, girl. Kate, what if that is the reason? Are you just going to let him have it?
I'm going to be really pissed.
Yeah.
I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm dialing the phone number.
Good.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Andrew.
Yeah, this is he.
Andrew, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
I didn't submit for any contests or anything, guys.
Yeah, no, I know. This is not about a contest, actually. I just need a few minutes of your time.
In regards to...
In regards to a date that you went on. Actually, a few dates that you went on.
What?
Yeah, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. You recently took a girl named Kate out. She told us a little bit about your dates. They were all very elaborate and very romantic, but now you're not calling her back and she's very confused.
I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you could start by telling us why you would blow her off after 3 dates.
It's not as simple as that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to sound confrontational with you. I just want to know
what happened, and more than anything, she wants to know what happened because you guys went out on so many dates, and she said that they were all pretty romantic, and you seemed like you guys really liked each other.
Yeah. It's just a weird situation. I'm trying to. It's been in my head, and I'm just trying to figure this stuff out.
Does that mean that you are actually maybe in a relationship with somebody else?
No, certainly not. No.
Okay.
I wish it was that simple. It's more complicated than that.
Let me ask you a question, just an easy question to answer. Did you like Kate?
Yes, very much. Very
Okay,
much.
so you did.
I did and still do.
Okay, so you still do. Well, then why not offer her the respect of letting her know why you're not calling her back?
Well, I accepted a job offer in Germany that I couldn't turn it down.
You what?
I leave in a couple of weeks, actually, for Germany.
Whoa. And that's why you're not calling her back?
Well, I feel strongly for her. I just don't know how to tell her, I mean, I don't know what to say to her. I just figured the easiest thing would be just to, disappear, fade away.
What are you talking about? Disappear? That's like the coward way out. You owe it to her to talk to her about what's going on.
Like I said, this is not an easy situation. I'm struggling as far as how to deal with this and what to do.
Why are you struggling so much with? I mean, you guys have been out on 3 dates. It's not like you've been dating for months and months and months and you're leaving.
Yeah.
Why not just call her and say, hey, I'm moving. Sorry, we can't see each other anymore.
I really like her a lot, but...
Okay.
So you see a future with her. If you were going to stay here and Germany wasn't in the picture, there's no question in your mind that you guys would continue this?
If I was going to stay here, definitely. No question in my mind. Wow. But now that the reality is Germany, there's just no chance of that because, I'm moving.
You guys could maybe try a long-distance thing.
That's not fair of me to ask her to do something like that. She's super sweet. She's gorgeous. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
but how do you know? You don't know. I mean, you're putting your feelings on her. Like, you don't know how she would react to that.
Actually, I am putting her needs first. She doesn't deserve to be in a long-distance relationship like that with someone. She deserves someone who's going to be there with her, contributing to her life. I'm putting her needs way above mine. I just don't know what to say.
It sounds like you really like her a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Man, that sucks. Like, honestly, if I were in your position, that would be hard.
Yeah.
To meet somebody that I guess it sounds like you're falling for, and then you're like, man, now I got to move.
Yeah, it sucks.
But some consolation, German chicks can be kind of hot.
Okay, Jubal, that's not where we're going with
Andy's
this.
making more money, obviously.
Can I ask one question, though? Did you know that you were going to Germany before that last couples massage slept together night?
No. In fact, this is from a previous situation I had that developed over the course of 3 or 4 months. So I thought that the opportunity had kind of fizzled out, but it turns out it was just taking a little bit more time, and then they made me an offer. I had to jump on this.
Okay,
I'm just really excited about this Germany thing. It's the dream job I've always wanted. But at that same time, I feel like I could be missing out and not being able to share something like that with someone like her.
Well, then why not just talk to her about it?
I agree.
I know it's early on in your relationship, but why not just talk to her?
Man, easier said than done, guys.
Not really, because she's actually on the line listening.
Excuse me?
I said she's on the other line and listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
So there's that.
Kate's on the phone.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Hi. I don't really know what to say. This is a lot.
You've been on the phone the whole time?
The whole time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I stopped calling you. It was the only way that I saw to handle this.
It's okay. I don't really know what I would have done in this situation either. I wish you would have told me.
But what
you didn't
should
even
I have said?
mention that
that's
you
the thing.
applied. I know. I didn't even know that you even applied. You that wasn't mentioned. Just in regular conversation. You know what I mean? It's really out of left field.
Well, I honestly thought that prospect had kind of just fizzled out long before I even met you. So it just kind of popped out of nowhere again.
It just really sucks because I have strong feelings for you.
I have strong feelings for you too. It's just not fair for you. It's not fair for us. Life is just not on our side, it seems.
Well, Andrew, maybe life is on your side, and that's why you guys are being connected in a second date update to talk about it.
I guess. I think about you every day, and I want, the long-distance relationship is really, really hard, and it's not fair of me to even imply something like that, even ask that. It's only been 3 dates, but, I can't stop thinking about you, so my heart says something, and my mind says something different,
Kate, I'm just going to ask for you. Would you do a long-distance relationship? I don't know. Somebody's got to step in and ask her what her opinion is on that whole matter.
I don't know. I don't know because it's not really being put on the table. It's not like a real question. So I don't know. It's so soon and it's so new. And in general, would I do a long distance relationship? Like in general in life, would I consider it? Well, yeah, I would, but it's not really what's being asked right now.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is, long distance relationships suck. This is really hard. My heart says something and my mind says something different. I'm thinking that I just need to sever this, cut this off, but I can't stop thinking about you. So I'm feeling like I need to ask you to go with me, I know that's crazy. I shouldn't have even said that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even gone that. I feel like I just feel like I'm falling for you,
You don't want me to go with? We've been on 3 dates. We can't. That's not like a real. That's not a real question.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Andrew, but I don't think you were actually asking her to go with you. I think you were saying that's the way you feel.
I'm just not sure at this point. This phone call is really, it's even more confusing now, it seems like, but.
Dude, it sounds like to me that if she would say yes, that is exactly what you're asking.
I wouldn't want to ask her that. That's just a huge bombshell to drop on somebody. It's a lot of pressure to put on her.
Let's play a game, Andrew. Let's put this relationship 7 months down the road. If you guys have been dating for 7 months, would you ask her to go with you to Germany?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I just got
Kate, what do you think about that?
If you were dating 7 months, would you go?
This is all a hypothetical situation. If we had been dating in the same way that it's been, if we just continued down the same path that we started, I don't see why I wouldn't consider it.
But you guys have a couple weeks or whatever till you leave. You could bond. You could spend every day together. You could see how it goes up until then. And then maybe in 6 months she could come join you.
You got it all figured out, Brooke.
Yeah, she does. I'm so excited.
This whole thing is just crazy, So let's just step back and let Kate process this.
Well, how about you guys process together? Would you like to go out on a fourth date with Kate? We will pay for you guys to go out again at least before you leave.
Yeah, talk about it.
Kate, do you want to go?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
All right. Well,
keep us so cute.
Keep us updated on what happens.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll try.
All right. And until you leave, Andrew, I want you guys to process as much as possible.
Okay.
Just keep processing
every night
until you leave. Okay.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What you just heard was a second date update with Kate and Andrew from over a year ago. Wow. And now they're back on the phone for a second date update.
I'm so excited.
You guys, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey.
So you guys had a lot of options on the table and a lot to process at the end of that phone call. I know it was about a year ago now, but what did you guys decide to do?
We decided to hang out as much as we could up until the last second. I think we had 3 more dates. And they were really great. It was awesome, but it felt like way too much to kind of move to Germany after a month of dating.
Okay, so you didn't move to Germany with him after just 3 more dates.
No, I did not. No.
Yeah. That's probably a wise decision.
Yeah.
So what did you guys decide to do? Just call it quits altogether?
Yeah, that's the update. They're just over.
Yeah.
They haven't talked to each other for a year.
Yeah. We text once in a while, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was a bit too much for her to join me in Germany, so we decided we would try it out, try the long distance thing if we could. And
really?
Yeah,
okay.
We decided, we would meet as often as possible. But it was challenging for sure.
So how long did you guys go after you left for Germany without seeing each other?
It was like 4 weeks from when I left to when I saw her again, almost a month.
Okay. And what was that like, the first time you guys saw each other after not seeing each other for a month?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I was so excited to see her.
Good.
I didn't want to let her out of my sight, so.
Okay. And then, obviously, you had to go back to Germany, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you let her out of your sight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, Jubal.
So, has the long-distance thing been hard?
It's exciting when you see each other again, but the time in between
It's almost impossible.
Do you guys Skype a lot?
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, guys.
All right.
Or you can go there.
Thank you, Skype. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I bet.
So did you feel like your relationship grew, or did you just grow apart?
You know, it was really complicated, and then it just started to feel weird, you know, and like, I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't working. Not being able to see each other, not to build that foundation just made it really, you know, a trial after trial.
You're ruining my romantic comedy in my head.
You know, there's just all those day-to-day things that you want to share with someone. And, you know, we try to fill each other in, but sometimes you only have a few minutes, or I'd only have a few minutes. So we always kind of felt shortchanged, you know.
Yeah, that'd be hard to date somebody who's halfway around the world.
Yeah, every time we were Skyping, either one person was middle of the night, it was hard to get caught up on sleep, or vice versa, you know, so it was just hard.
Not to mention, like, filling him in on day-to-day life. Like, oh, you know, my friend Sarah. You're like, actually, I don't, because we went on 4 dates before I moved to Germany, so I don't know any of your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, at least you guys can still stay friends then. I mean, it sounds like you're cool with each other.
Well, you don't know the whole story.
What?
There's more to the story than that.
There is. In fact, I moved back to be with Kate.
What?
Oh.
You quit?
Yeah.
Wait, you quit Deutschland for Kate?
I quit the dream job for the dream life with her.
Wow.
Wait, so wait, you are still in love with each other?
I would hope so. We live together.
What?
You live together?
Wow.
Just drop that on us like that, huh?
So you left to Germany, you guys dated for a little while long distance, then you quit your job and moved back, and now you guys are living together.
I wasn't able to sleep. I was just thinking about her all the time. It just wasn't working for me. I had to, you know, it wasn't out of fear. It was more along the lines of I wanted to be even more happier than I was with my dream job, and that means to be with Kate, and I'm very happy.
And plus, the food in Germany is terrible, so really, so much sausage and kraut before you have to head back home.
Exactly.
Kate, were you worried about him choosing you over his career? Like you could be a regret at some point?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I feel like I was sort of playing the devil's advocate and trying to tell him that he didn't have to do that. And I would just ask him, are you sure you want to come back? And his answer was always yes.
Wow. All right. And it sounds like you did it. Well, congratulations. I wasn't expecting that. It sounded like you guys broke up.
I know.
You saved that to the last minute, Andrew.
Yeah, you want to keep you in suspense a little bit.
Okay.
So,
Wait.
hey, I had to wait 6 months, man. You can wait like 5 minutes.